Hello, welcome back to my DireWolf 21.6 mod pack tutorial series. So, in the last episode we worked on the tree farm and the wheat farm, but the compact solar array we have out there is not fully powering the machines. It's just not strong enough. And we don't have the resources to upgrade our solar power right now. I need more copper and more rubber, and the purpose of the tree farm is to get the rubber. So we need more power to get to the point where we can make more power. That's fun. Whatever. So we're going to work on some machines from Industrial Craft and Thermal Expansion to try to help us out with the tree farm. So one thing we need to make is a new Industrial Craft wrench. The wrench I have has lost almost all its durability, and as I mentioned when we first made the Industrial Craft wrench, it can break your machines when dismantling them. It's a rare chance, but it can happen. So we need to get an electric wrench, but we're actually not going to use one of the Industrial Craft electric wrenches. We're going to use the flux-infused OmniWrench, which can actually be used with Industrial Craft machines as well as thermal expansion machines. Now, it's a bit complex to create, so let me go make sure I've gathered all the pieces, and then I'll come back and tell you more about it. Okay, I'm back, and I think I have everything we need to start making the flux-infused OmniWrench, and it's quite a process. So let's look at the recipe first. The flux-infused OmniWrench takes 3 flux electrum ingots and an infused obsidian rod. So a flux electrum ingot can be made in the induction smelter by smelting 1 pyrotheum dust with 2 fluxed electrum blends. So a 1:2 ratio gets you 2 fluxed electrum ingots. So we're going to have 1 left over. Let me go see. Okay, I'm done with getting that. So, how do you get fluxed electrum blend? Well, you know how to get electrum blend. That's just 2 iron and... silver and gold is electrum. I was thinking of Invar. Silver and gold dust makes electrum blend. But I actually had some electrum ingots left over from when I first made this stuff, so I just pulverized them down to get the electrum blend back. So, how do you get it to be fluxed electrum blend? Well, the way you do that is by combining it with destabilized redstone in the fluid transposer. To get destabilized redstone, you put redstone in a magma crucible. Each piece of redstone is 100 millibuckets of destabilized redstone. So I put the electrum blend over here. And there we have it, fluxed electrum blend. I already have some pyrotheum dust, but I'll show you how you make it. You combine sulfur, pulverized coal, and charcoal dust does not work for this, redstone, and blaze powder. Gets you 2 pyrotheum dust. I don't think I need any more pyrotheum dust though right now. So we go to the induction smelter 2 and 4, and this will get us our fluxed electrum ingots. So what else do we need? We need an infused obsidian rod, which requires an obsidian rod, which requires 2 pieces of pulverized obsidian and a piece of blaze powder. So let's go back to the crafting table. I've already got some pulverized obsidian. It's just like the name sounds, you pulverize obsidian. And 1 block of obsidian in the pulverizer gets you 4 pieces of pulverized obsidian. Alright, there's our obsidian rod. So how do you get an infused obsidian rod? Well, that's 2 flux crystals on the obsidian rod. So what's a flux crystal? It's a diamond infused with destabilized redstone. So I've got 2 diamonds. I'll go back to the fluid transposer. I'll put the diamonds in here, and hopefully I should have just enough. And if you can see, I've connected all my machines up to item ducts so that they all go over here to this chest. So here's my fluxed electrum ingots. And 1 and 2, and I still have 2 destabilized redstone. Maybe we're not done yet. I think we're done though. Guess I can't do math. Alright, obsidian rod, 2 flux crystals gets us an infused obsidian rod. Infused obsidian rod with 3 fluxed electrum ingots gets us the flux-infused OmniWrench. And finally, it's flux infused. In other words, it needs to be infused with flux. Where do you get flux from? Well, from the energetic infuser, of course. So, there we go. It's all charged. It's got 160,000 redstone flux in there, and it can be used to work with thermal expansion machines. It can be used to work with industrial craft machines. It's basically what it says. It's an OmniWrench. It works anywhere. And it works as well as the electric wrenches from industrial craft, so this wrench will not destroy our machines when we go tear them down. So that is its big benefit, along with the fact that this wrench from industrial craft that I made in the beginning is about to disappear. It's about to be no more. It's got very little durability left. So now we have our flux-infused OmniWrench, and we can use that from now on for our industrial craft machines. And we can use it for our thermal expansion machines as well, but I'll probably stick to the crescent hammer because, I don't know, just because. So, what's next? Well, the next thing we need to do is I want to make a machine from industrial craft called the Induction Furnace. The Induction Furnace can cook 2 stacks of items simultaneously, and it builds up heat along the process, and the more heat that's built up, the faster and less power the machine uses, which is perfect because we should be able to run that from our little low voltage solar array. So that's what I want to build, but it too is a very complicated machine. We actually need a different industrial craft machine called a compressor before we can even start making this. So let's make the compressor first. So how do we make a compressor, or a compressor as it's usually known? We need stone, an electronic circuit, and a basic machine casing. A basic machine casing is the same basic machine casing in older version of industrial craft, but instead of refined iron, they use the iron plate system now. So I must have put my iron plates up. And my stone too. Okay. So 8 iron plates laid out in a furnace pattern gives us a basic machine casing. I've already made the electronic circuits, we've seen that before. So there we are, a compressor. And I already have it ready, I think, to put on the power upstairs. Yes, here we go. I will put it right here. And I stole the electric furnace because it's a component we will need for the induction furnace. You need an electric furnace to get started with a induction furnace. So let's see about the recipe for that. The induction furnace, not to be confused with the induction smelter, which we already have. The induction furnace is a bunch of copper, an advanced machine casing, and an electric furnace. So we've got all this, we don't have this. The advanced machine casing takes carbon plates, a basic machine casing, which we know how to make now, and 2 advanced alloys. Advanced alloys are mixed metal ingots compressed in the compressor. And mixed metal ingots are iron plates, atop bronze plates, atop tin plates. That gives you 2. So where does that leave us? Okay, which is good because we need 2. So we need 3 iron plates, 3 bronze plates, and 3 tin plates. not too bad, just the machine we need to make them. The other thing we need are these carbon plates, which is compressing raw carbon mesh. And raw carbon mesh, I think this recipe is wrong, but I think it's 4, not 2, but we'll look into it in a minute. And, oh, I'm sorry, no, that one is correct. This is the one that's wrong. We need 4 pulverized coal. I keep meaning to mention this to somebody. I'm just not sure who to mention it to. If I mention it to NEI, or I mention it to Industrial Craft, I don't know who to mention it to. I'll work on that. But, so we're going to need 4 of these coal dust to get 1 of these carbon mesh. Alright, so I will be back when I have all the materials I need to make the induction furnace. Okay, I'm back. So I just wanted to show you that, yes, the recipe is wrong on the raw carbon fiber. It's 4, not 3. You put that in there, you get nothing. You make it 4, you get something. So, there we go. Carbon mesh. And I've got my iron plate, my bronze plate, and my tin plate to get me 2 mixed metal ingots. Now we just have to go compress these things. Compressor is rather a slow machine. Let's see here. You know, I've got some overclockers downstairs. I bet we could use them. We're not powering any other machines right now. I'll put 3 in there and see how it does. Okay, using 8 EUs per tick, that's how much we're generating, or how much we would be if we weren't using the bat box. Oh, nowhere else for that to go. Okay, that's faster. So now we get advanced alloys. 1 and 2 of them. Alright. Back downstairs. And I'm going to realize I never got the wrench from downstairs. I don't know if I mentioned this, but when you make pyrotheum dust, you need sulfur. You could find sulfur while mining from Railcraft, and sometimes you get it as a byproduct of pulverizing coal. So here's what I did with the old electric furnace. So we'll shift right click and take that back. I'll probably build another one of these at some point, but right now I'm just so very low on copper. Okay, so the induction furnace needs an advanced machine casing, 2 advanced alloys, 2 carbon plates, and a basic machine casing. Done. Induction furnace, copper, electric furnace, advanced machine casing. There we go. And I think I've got, 4 copper ore, so 14 copper. That's how much copper I have. Oh, sorry, 15 copper. That's almost nothing. But there we go, an induction furnace. And I also need a redstone signal to keep it hot when it's not running. It will slowly build up heat as it works, but we want to... I don't think I showed you my giant mess yet. Okay, I need to change some stuff because I thought the solar array would power the electric furnace, the planter, and the fertilizer. I found out that is very, very, very much not the case. So we're going to dedicate this solar array just to this induction furnace. So let me make some changes and how I have things wired up, and I'll be back to show you what we're going to do with the farm. Okay, so I had to change the wiring and get things all hooked up to the thermal expansion power. So let's stick some fertilizer in here and see if it works. The fertilizer sure worked. Okay. Alright, so on the left we have the oak wood that's being cut down going down into the induction furnace. The induction furnace trying to see if you can tell. Is there any oak wood in here? There's not right now. It's very fast, but I don't think it's instantaneous. Let me go grab a couple stacks of oak wood so that you can see how fast the induction furnace is. So let's see here. I don't have any more oak wood. That's okay, we can use jungle wood for now. So, oak wood is in here, oak wood is out. Okay, so we should be seeing oak wood go in here. Okay, so yeah, you see how fast it is. It shoves it in here, and it's almost so fast that it can't keep up. Let me take that out of here. It looks like the item duct can only fill one side of the induction furnace. That's unfortunate. It won't go as fast if it's not doing 2 stacks. You can see with 2 stacks, it's just really flying, but this is still pretty good. I think we're going to have plenty of coal. So let's see here. There's no charcoal in there. A full stack in there. A full stack in there. A full stack in there. And nearly a full stack in here. So, yeah, I mean, it certainly looks to be pretty good at generating power. And the hard energy cell is not really being drained at all. So, in fact, let's go ahead and turn off giving it any more fuel. We will take out the charcoal that's in here. We'll take out the wood that's in here. And let's just see how well it does. I'm going to go sleep the night away so we can watch it in the daytime. But I think this is working. If anything, I may have overdone it on the power. Okay, so yeah, our limiting agent is now the fertilizer, not the power. So, there you go. Well, I'm not going to have any real way to solve that problem right now. I would need some kind of bone meal farm to do that. But let's see here. Look at this. We've got 3.5 stacks of rubber wood and 3.5 stacks of raw rubber. This is definitely and very quickly going to solve all my problems with having enough rubber. So I now no longer have any concerns for rubber or wood or maybe even apples. So we're doing pretty well there. Yeah, there's plenty of saplings in here, plenty of seeds. It's pretty well self-sustaining. The only problem is we're out of fertilizer. So that's where our system breaks down. I know people set up monster traps to kill skeletons and harvest their bones, but I don't really know how to do that. I found a skeleton spawner, but I don't know any way to harvest it. I wouldn't know how to get the bones back here if I did. But this will grow naturally, you know, without fertilizer. So, I mean, it doesn't have to have fertilizer. It just really, really speeds up the process. But our energy system is clearly overkill for what we have here. Yeah, it's full. And a full stack, a full stack, a full stack, a full stack, and a full stack. I have clearly overestimated the power needs. I went from way too little power to way too much. So solar power is nice, but until we get some of the really high-end solar arrays, it's not really going to generate enough power to be useful to us. Now, this charcoal system, on the other hand, is pretty nice. I guess now what I need is some way to take part of the charcoal and, I don't know, take it somewhere else. I mean, I can use that in my other furnace room. So, and there you go. You see, the trees will eventually grow organically and be cut down. So, this system is fine. I'm not even sure we really need... What's an item duct opaque? I thought it meant something, but it doesn't mean anything. It means you can't see through it. I don't know why I got confused there for a minute. Alright, so, tree farm, pretty well, reasonably automated. I mean, if I didn't need tons of rubber right away or tons of wood, this thing would be self-sustaining. In fact, I clearly don't need as much power as I have, so maybe I can clean up that room a little bit downstairs and not have so many... I mean, look at this thing. It's just... Ugh. There's an aqueous accumulator down there bringing up water to the 5 generators. I just figured, hey, let's max it out. I was going to do 1, but I thought, why do 1? But now I'm thinking maybe I should have just done 1. So, I don't know. That's good for now, and, well, I guess we're going to wrap up the episode now. See you next time.